It's not our food.
Today, Christopher.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, good. Did you go to India?
No, I'll go.
Oh, okay.
Wednesday I'm going.
Oh, this Monday?
It's Wednesday.
Oh, this Wednesday. And how long will you be there?
4 weeks.
Oh, 4 weeks. Okay.
I'm going on 1st of February to Mayapur.
Oh, nice. Oh, very cool. Oh, that's right, because you're Bengali, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
So thank you, dear devotees, for giving a valuable association on Friday, cold evening. It's a little colder today.
Yeah, today is cold.
Yeah.
It's cold.
We have
Yeah.
all of you come. So thank you. Thank you, Kavish. For the best use of people. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Jai Sai Gaur Premanandi. Om Jnanatamirantasya Dhyananjala-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaya Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutam Shri Guru Vaishnavascha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Vitam Sadeva Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhavitam Swa He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopikata Radha Taptakanchana Gaurangi Shri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Sindhu Padevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Srivasadi Gaura Pradita Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So we continue our study from Srimad Bhagavatam. So we are studying from Canto number 1 and we are studying chapter number 6. So let's
Srimad Bhagavatam title
Title, yes,
Yeah,
yes,
title.
that is what, yes, yes, yeah. So it's starting. Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Hare Krishna.
So we are studying from Srimad Bhagavatam, where we have so far covered verses up till 10. The important point is that what did we study so far? So this chapter is entitled as a conversation between Narad Muni and Srila Vyasadeva. So Vyasadeva, after writing so many scriptures, he wrote almost like 400,000 verses. Almost like 500,000 verses he wrote. And still he was not happy in his life. This is the condition. Narad Muni appears by the will of the providence, and then he is now talking to Srila Vyasadeva. So this is a conversation which happened between them. So last time we saw that how Narad Muni is talking about his dependence as a small child, right? How his mother is maintaining him, then how his mother is departed, right? All the things we saw last time. So today we are going to begin, like after his mother's departure, all the Bhakti Vedanta also departs. Now Narad Muni is going to give some more details to Srila Vyasa. He is now speaking to Vyasa. So he is narrating his life. Like, sometimes we tell our children, this is what I did, when I was young, I did this, I did that. So child gets motivation. Oh, my father did so much for me. He did so much struggle, all those things. Why we tell stories about our life? Because that way other gets motivated, right, to inspire them. So here Narad Muni also trying to inspire Srila Vyasa. So he speaks like that. So let's see what he's saying. So text 11 to 13 is going to speak something very sweet. Okay, where Narad Muni is traveling through all over the world. He travels, right? Because Bhakti Vedanta told that Bhakti is the only best thing in the world. So he's now traveling. So there are 3 shloka, and Prabhupada's purports are very brilliant in this. Amazingly, Prabhupada writes in all of this. So we'll read to this thing as well. So first let us recite the verse. What is this verse saying? Okay. Shloka number
11.
11. So what's verse I'm Hold on. I'm reading which chapter. Oh, I should go to chapter 6. I'm still chapter 5. Okay, so here is. Okay, chapter 6 and shloka number 11. Let us read this. Sritam Janapadam Statra
Sritam Janam
Satra.
Pura Grama Brajakaran
Pura
Keta Kharvata Vatischa Vanani Upavanani Cha. Please read faster.
Translation. After my departure, I passed through many flourishing metropolises, towns, villages, animal farms, mines, agricultural lands, valleys, flower gardens, nursery gardens, and natural forests. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, what is Narad Muni is doing? Narad Muni, what happened after he left home? He's saying, what did he do? So Kavish, Narad Muni is 5 years old when he's traveling through all this jungle and all that. Alone. He's traveling alone in all these places, forest and all. We'll see how adventurous his life is. You know, I'm sure you like hiking, maybe all these things. You like this adventure? Yeah, this is adventure of Narad Muni. Just see.
Who
Okay.
was their mind that time?
Yeah, this is the point I'm going to talk about. Love it. This is such an important thing to understand. We'll see the purpose, brilliant purpose by Srila Prabhupada, and from there so much realization comes. Every purpose of Srila Prabhupada is like a golden, instruction for all of us. If we read that and then we implement that in our life will be transformed. Difficulty is that we are reading, I'm including myself, but we are not implementing that with the full conviction. And that's the problem. But everything is there in Prabhupada's purpose. Everything is there. If you want to go back to Godhead, one purpose is enough to read, understand, and implement. But that last part is very different. We develop beautiful code and write everything is there, but if the implementation is not done well, what customer is going to be happy? Not happy. Same thing is good. We are not implementing. We have done everything well. We are following all the principles, but we are not implementing this last bit which Prabhupada is giving all the purpose. So let's read. Yes, see, very beautiful. He says, man's activities in agriculture, mining, farming, industries, gardening, etc., were all on the same scale as they are now, even previous to the present creation. And the same activities remain as they are, even in the next creation. What does this mean? The same thing that we are seeing, Brahmaji's creation, which is happening, he's saying that every creation you will see this, mining, villages, towns, all these things. So why we are getting fascinated? Oh, I want to go and see this Alaska. I want to go and see in cruise. I want to go here. I want to go to the statue. I want to go. So much craze. There are people who say, I want to see Niagara Falls, and they'll go there and spend some time and come back. He said they should go to Navadvip. Why Niagara? Go to Navadvip. Right? Instead of going to Miami, go to Mathura. Like we have to find ways to go there, isn't it? So this is what it is. Prabhupada is saying that everything is same. A lot of people have fascination that I want to go there. Before I die, there is this website. Before I die, what to do? They call bucket list. Have you heard of this bucket list? I want to do this.
Yeah.
Right? So they have bucket list. And this never gets empty. Because it's all material pain. We think that I'm going to complete this desire and then my desire will be fulfilled and then I'll be desireless. Impossible. I'm experiencing myself. I'm having so much desire and then it doesn't go. Like, somebody, we want to have, I'm living in an apartment, 1-bedroom apartment. Now I think I need another, 2-bedroom apartment. Now I think I need a small family house, one extra room. Now I need a little bigger house. Oh, I think a basement is a good thing to have. Oh, I need a 3-car garage. There is no end to this desire. It is keep happening. But here, Prabhupada is saying in the purport that all that we see here, they are all recreated. Same thing. So what's new there? There is nothing new. Only things, Punarapi Jaranam, Punarapi Maranam. This is what is going to happen. We are going to take repeated birth after birth. Because when our desires are not fulfilled, then we take birth again. Therefore, Rupa Goswami says, Anya Abhilashita Shunyam. We should have no desire. Means we should have desire for what? Krishna. Krishna Darshana Lalasa. We should have that Lalasa. I want to see Krishna. I want to meet Krishna. I want to go back. That desire should be there. But nowadays we don't have that desire, unfortunately. At least I don't have. After many hundreds of millions of years, one creation is started by the law of nature, and the history of the universe repeats itself, particularly in the same way. This is realization. Prabhupada is giving such an amazing inspirational quote here. The mundane wranglers waste time with archaeological excavation without searching into the vital necessities of life. After getting the impetus in spiritual life, Sri Narad Muni, even though a mere child, did not waste time for a single moment with economic development, although he passed towns and villages, mines and industries. Now, this is Hare Krishna. Please come. Hare Krishna. So this is such an amazing thing. What is saying? Narad Muni did not waste time. Narad Muni did not waste time in, oh, the great thing happened, let me make some money. Oh, this is great. I want to go and to enjoy. No, he did not. What did he do? He simply kept searching for Krishna. Nowadays we search for, this Indus civilization, Harappa and all this, and we find, oh, we were here 5,000 years ago. Here we are talking about millions of years. We cannot even measure any calculator. But they're saying that millions of years ago the same thing happened. Why are we searching for that? So this is the condition today. He continually went on to progressive spiritual emancipation. Srimad Bhagavatam is a repetition of history which happened some hundreds of millions of years ago. As it is said herein, only the most important factors of history are picked up to be recorded in this transcendental literature. So he's saying that all these activities are happening, but we are not capturing everything. What do you capture? You capture the main points, highlights, right? When some event happens, we don't put everybody's picture. There are millions of pictures taken in every event. But what do? You pick up few, and then say, this is what the highlight of this. And then we get to understand what is this event is all about. Same thing is in Srimad Bhagavatam. Only the important topics are captured here. Because why? Why important things are captured? Any reason, anybody?
Because these are the important things that will lead
Yeah,
to
why?
eternity.
Why?
Because this will lead to moksha, and these are real things, tangible things. Because all the other stuff.
More, but there is one very important reason why. So let me give you a hint. Bhagavatam is spoken between whom and whom? And how much time he had?
7 days.
So if I have to tell you something, in 1 minute, then in a sales they say elevator pitch. Have you heard of this word, elevator pitch?
Yes.
Means you have like 30 seconds. In 30 seconds, you have to give your idea to that person. And he says, okay, please meet me. In our company, they train you for elevator pitch.
But for 7 days also, this is too much, right?
Yeah, but they did not sleep, they did not eat, they did not go and eat food.
On the Sanskrit Shloka only, right?
Yeah,
There
they
is
will
no
understand.
translation or,
Yeah, but even if you read,
yeah, it
And
takes
this-
time.
it's time, like you can
It took
assimilate,
2
right?
years for us. It took 2 years for us.
So thing is that these are very important points which could help Parishit Maharaj, and through him it can help us. Because if you start taking everything, then it's too much. Therefore, because Parishit Maharaj has only 7 days. That's what Prabhupada is saying this. There are only important things are described here. Otherwise, Bhagavatam could be much bigger, and then we will have to take many lives to read it. In this life also, reading Srimad Bhagavatam is becoming difficult. Isn't it? It's so difficult to read one full canto, and that too after so much hammering. Please read, please read. And then we say, okay. And then people come and read. It's so difficult. It's not easy. Okay, verse number 12. So in verse number 12, he's traveling again, further descriptions are coming. So let us read where he is traveling further. Chitradhatu vichitradrin Iva Bhagna Bhuja Druman Jalashayan Chiva Jalan Nalini Sura Sevita Chitra Swane Patra Rathe Vibramad Brahmara Shriya.
Yes, Prabhu. I passed through hills and mountains full of reservoirs of various minerals, like gold, silver, and copper, and through tracts of land with reservoirs of water filled with beautiful lotus flowers, fit for the denizens of heaven, decorated with bewildered bees and singing birds. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. So here further, more beauties are coming. But still Narad Muni is not attracted. Sometimes we see and say, oh, let's go and take some picture here. It has happened many times. Beautiful sunset, let's take picture. Sunset is happening or we are driving and no, let's take picture. We will not see this. I was driving with a brother, we were at the airport, we coming back from the airport, and we saw, I don't know whether I told this or not. We saw a beautiful full moon, it was a full moon day. So, airport means a lot of open area, no high rise, nearby, so we can see very clear sky. And it was the evening, like, after 8 p.m. or so, it was like very nice. So full moon, and then there was a beautiful sky, we can see it, no cloud. And then we saw a jet has passed, that they leave the trail of smoke behind, something like that lying there. So that does something happen, and jet has passed in such a way that it created like, a fish. So the eye, the moon was like an eye, and it became fish. Then immediately we saw, oh, I said, this is such an amazing. And then goes, yeah, this looks like Vatsya Avatar. He gave us and see how he is thinking all the time, thinking about that. And then I was driving, so I thought somebody will click picture, but he never took it. Because suddenly other people, what I would have at least taken a picture. Kisko dikhao, I will share something. This is like internal. So I learned that day that how much he is, absorbed into this, and immediately he thought, oh, it's like a Matsya Avatar. And then he did not click picture because this is for internalization. It is not for us to click and say, hey, we saw this and get some thumbs up and all that. I mean, this is all mundane activity. Immediately I could remember, within few minutes, and then how deep his, consciousness is compared to all of us, at least for me. So it was such an amazing thing that Narayana is never getting attracted, though he's passing through such a beautiful, and look at this, beautiful what? For fit for denizens of heavens, Apsaras and all that, they will be looking at this. It's such a beautiful thing. So, but still he's not getting bewildered. This is such an amazing thing. Now, here, there is one particular word is being used. It is in the next verse, but I brought this slide earlier. So we'll go to the next verse and we'll come back here. Okay, so we'll verse number 13. Naravenu Sharastamba Kushakichak Gahavaram Eka Evati Atoham Atraksham Vipinam Mahat Goram Prati Vyakaram Yaloluka Shivajiram. Can you please read translation?
I then passed alone through many forests of rushes, bamboo, reeds, dark grass, weeds, and caves, which were very difficult to go through alone. I visited deep, dark, and dangerously fearful forests, which were the play yards of snakes, owls, and
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So here he is passing through dangerous places also. We saw now he was passing through beautiful places. But now he's going through what? Dangerous places. But he's not afraid. He is not afraid. Yes. Yes, thank you. So he's not fearing. So now there is a very one word which is used in the purport, first line of the purport. Okay. It is the duty of a mendicant, and the Sanskrit for that is Parivrajaka Charya. So it is mentioned, let us see this, what is this meaning? Okay, so it's a very important thing. So there are 4 levels of sannyas. Okay, this somebody who takes sannyas means doesn't mean he is the highest level, right? Everywhere there is level. Like in bhakti also there is levels. What are the levels?
Uttam, Madhyam, Kanishta.
Yeah, Uttam is the highest. And there also there are 3 more. Kanishta, Kanishta, Kanishta Madhyam, Kanishta Uttam. then Madhyam Kanishta, Madhyam Madhyam, Madhyam Uttam. Uttam Kanishta, Uttam Madhyam, Uttam Uttam. Like that. So, in our company also, when there is a level change, so when you promotion, you are at the lowest level in that same, then we say, okay, we are same, he's earning for what happened. No, you are still here. I mean, so suppose you are at level 4, that means you are 4, 4.1, 4.2, like that. That will not come to us. We are the same level. But he is earning that more than you. So this is like that. But this is a progressive stage. So let us read this. What is Prabhupada? See, Prabhupada is one word and then he gives so much details into that, right? So he's saying that it is a duty of a Parivrajaka Means what? Who is he? He is a mendicant. He is a sannyasi. So who is the Parivrajaka? It is not, see, there are various levels. Prabhupada is using very high level for that. So first level is what? Kutichak. Kutichak. No, it is going from down to up. You see the arrow? So it is going from. So Kutichak is the basic, he's just starting. So who is Kutichak? He's the one who accepts the renounce order, means he becomes sannyasi. Okay, I don't want to be grihastha, I want to be sannyasi, right? We know there are 4 levels in Varnashram, right? What are those?
Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra.
No.
Oh.
Ashram. Brahmacharya,
Brahmacharya,
Grahastha,
Vanapastha,
Vanapastha, and sannyasa. Right? So here he says, one who accepted renounce order means who decided I want to become sannyasi. He stays outside his village. He's not living there. He said, I will stay outside in a cottage, a chopri wood, I'll stay there and I'll live in there. And whatever he needs, it is given from his own. Okay, what you need, we give it to you, but you stay there alone. So he's not attached, but he's getting food and all the stuff like that. So that's a Kutichak. He's not connected with the family, just doing his bhajan. That is Kutichak. Then next level, when he advances further, then he becomes Bahudak. Okay. So when you heard these terms, now you should resonate. Who is Bahudak? Who is Kutichak? Like that. Of course, Kutichak is higher than Vanprastha and all that, but there, see, you can see this level there, right? So Bahudak. So he is no longer accepting things from home. Because in home you can get some pizza and pav bhaji and all that. But now he is collecting from outside. Many places. Like Madhukari. It's called Madhukari. You go and beg, please give me something. And whatever they give you, you accept. It is not that, I don't eat this, I don't like this, nothing of that sort. Whatever they give you, you eat it. That's how it is. So it's like, this is called like a honeybee. Prabhupada, gives an example in a purport in a Bhagavatam, where he talks about this particular level of sannyasi, and he says it's like a honeybee. Honeybee, what it does, it goes to several flowers to collect the honey. Little everywhere. She doesn't know what kind of good, bad, whatever, but she collects honey. Similarly, this Bahudak is going to many homes and picking, and again, not going from the same home. Today he gave me some nice food, so again tomorrow I will go there. He gave me paneer sabji, tomorrow I'll go, maybe I'll get some. Somebody giving dry roti, no, I don't want to go there, nothing like that. They'll go to different homes every day. So this is called Madhukari, they do Madhukari and then eat. So there's no prediction. Then above that is what? Parivrajaka Charya.
Which is referred here.
So what he does, he travels all over the world and preaches the glories of the Lord Vasudeva. So he's traveling. So that means Narada is also traveling and whoever talks, he will just talk about this, whatever he learned. That is what he was doing, even as a child. He was so attached. So that is Parivrajaka Charya. Parivrajaka Charya. So Prabhupada is also called Parivrajaka Charya. He used to travel and preach. But Prabhupada is also Paramhamsa. Paramhamsa is what? He has finished his preaching work. Now he is in Vrindavan, Mathura, and just doing bhajan. Right? Prabhupada has finished his preaching and then he was living in Vrindavan. Right? In the last phase, he was living in Vrindavan and increasing the love for Krishna for the devotees around him. He said, no, you should do this. So Prabhupada was Paramhamsa, but these are the different levels of sannyasis. Right? So here, one of the things which is mentioned, in the purport. Sorry, in the translation. I visited deep, dark, and dangerously fearful forests, which were the play yards of snakes, owls, and jackals. Now, he is visiting from all these places. So, can you give an example where somebody who preached dangerously to dangerous people or dangerous who are this? Anybody, anything from the Shastra that comes in our mind?
When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was traveling to Puri, walking down in the road, he encountered wild animals.
He was traveling from Puri to Vrindavan.
Vrindavan.
Correct. In Jharkhand, which is now called Jharkhand. He was traveling in the forest. He had all the, yes, very nice. Thank you, Vilasu. Yes, Mahaprabhu. He was preaching. All the, look at this tiger and everybody dancing. In circus, they can say, shut up. And then the tiger say, okay. But here, look at it, they are dancing. All the same. It's such an amazing thing. This fearlessness, only a pure devotee can bring in. Otherwise, looking at tiger, we will get afraid. We will forget chanting Hare Krishna by saying, But look at this. But Mahaprabhu also told that there are certain things which are forbidden in Kali Yuga. We should not take sannyas. Sannyas is not for everybody. Because sannyasi means very high renounce order. It is not easy. You cannot even think about a woman once you become sannyasi. That is impossible. Because you will meet women every day and night. Every time you will meet. And to remain chaste to yourself and to Krishna is so difficult. So there is a verse from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that he is talking to Chankazi and not eating non-vegetarian food. He is giving this particular verse. So he says, Ashwamedham Gavalambham Sannyasam Pala Paitrikam Devarena Suto Patim Kalo Pancha Vivarjate. So these 5 things are forbidden in Kali Yuga. What are those? Horse sacrifice, which is Aswamedha. See, at that time, people say, oh, people will quote from Shastra. No, but they used to kill horses in sacrifice. So your Hindu dharma is nonsense. When they will sacrifice horse into Ashwamedha, immediately they will take birth as a human being in the next life. That is the potency. And that's where they were performing this yajna. If we perform now, horse will die, nothing will happen. Because our consciousness is not that clear. So he says, no Ashwamedha should be there. Means no animal sacrifice. Today also, I know in many places, in our village also, sometimes they used to animal sacrifice. They'll bring some goat or hen and they'll sacrifice. I went to Kolkata and there's a Kali Mata Mandir. They were like goat and I was a blood stain. I said, man, let me get out of this temple. I just came out because it was not good. So sacrifice is still happening, right? But this is what it is. No animal sacrifice. Okay. Then offering a cow in a sacrifice, even that is not allowed. We should not do that, right? Cow is a very sacred, very loving animal. The acceptance of the order of sannyas is what it is. No sannyasi should be. Why? Because today people become sannyasi, they wear the saffron, but they are not pure. And what happens? They pollute the environment. They pollute the environment. So therefore, we should not become sannyasi. Only a great people, great devotees, great personalities like Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Srila Prabhupada, they all can become sannyasis. And now he has created more sannyasis. Like His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj, His Holiness Tamal Krishna Maharaj, His Holiness Bhakti Chand Maharaj. All these are great sannyasis. So therefore, sannyasi is not for an ordinary people, not for ordinary human being. Because Mahaprabhu knew that in Kali Yuga, people will be born with a less intelligence. There will be more of a bhoga vritti. They want to enjoy. Therefore, sannyas was forbidden. Then offering oblation of flesh to the forefathers. Sometimes this is given in forefathers. In our village, I know, when somebody passed away, if somebody leaves the body, then whatever he loved, they will offer him. So if he's drinking, alcohol, they will offer alcohol also. This is what is happening. I was like, what is he's gone? What is alcohol and all that? And then he likes certain food, they will give this food. Oh, he likes this fish, so okay. So this is what no offering of this. No offering should be done like that. And the last is man's begetting children in his brother's wife. Now this looks little odd, but in earlier times it was allowed, but now it is not. It is not allowed. So can somebody give this last one where somebody else is begetting children for some other family? Is there any example from Shastra? Mahabharata, want to recall? Maharaj Pandu.
Oh,
Pandu couldn't beget children, because he was cursed. When what happened is once he saw one antelope. Antelope is like a deer, right? And they were mating, So he shot, and he think it's an antelope, but those antelope was actually sage Kindamba. So that sage and his good wife, they wanted to unite and have, so what happened is that they couldn't enjoy because they are in sage. So they disguised themselves as a deer, as an antelope. And this Pandu did not know. So he killed. And when they died, they cursed them. That even if your dream, if you think, even if your mind, if you think that you want to enjoy with some woman, then you will die immediately. So now he cannot do anything. Then he had Kunti and Madhuri. So what to do? But Kunti had the benediction that whoever you think, you will call and you can beget children for them. So first he calls Dharma, and then Yudhishthira Maharaj comes. Then Vayudeva, the Bhima comes. Then Arjun comes to Indradev. Then Madhuri also wanted son, because Madhuri was another wife of Pandu. So Queen Kunti gives mantra that okay, you do this, and Madhuri said, I may get mantra again or not. Let me call
Like 2 times.
2 times. So Ashwin Kumar came. That's why the twin came, and then Sahadev and Nakul were brought like that. So this is how the begetting children in the brother's wife is there. But this is not allowed in this time. We should not do this. It's forbidden. So very clear instruction by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We should not do all this. Okay. So this is about the mendicant and all that. So very, very important point which are mentioned. And one important point which is mentioned in the purport. Look at this. One who takes the vow of renunciation of family life need not imitate the Parivrajaka Charya like Narad or Lord Chaitanya, but may sit down at some holy place and devote his whole time and energy to hear the repeatedly chant the holy scriptures left by the great Acharya, like the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan. So we did not, no, I want to become renowned and all. No, he's saying, don't do this. Just because somebody did and I also want to be sannyasi. No, you don't need to be. Prabhupada is saying you can just do Nam Bhajan, chant, read scripture in Dham. And that is all. That way we can perfect our life. But many times we go out of the turn and try to do that, then that's not going to help. So this is a very important point which Prabhupada is making in the chapter. So this is important for all of us to know. So let's go to next. So in the next verse, Narad is saying that he was traveling alone. So he got very tired because you won't get water every time. You're traveling in jungle, you won't get water. You won't get nice food to eat, right? You won't get in that time. There is no you were not carrying a backpack with food and all that. You were just walking. Right? So he was saying, I'm very thirsty, I'm fatigued, I'm tired. And what did he do? He drank the water and bathed. This water drinking from the spring is very good. I don't know if anybody had drank water from the spring. I was in Himalaya and we were going from Gangotri to Gaumukh. And Mataji and Mallika were on horse and I was walking. So my bag was given to them. He said, we'll carry your bag. You do have to less one. Then my water bottle went with them. What do I do? And it's like 18-kilometer walk in a cold weather. Whole day. You start morning, you almost reach in the afternoon, evening. So there's no food, there's no water. I said, what to do? All right, I had to walk. And I was like, it's trying to walk, and then whenever you spring, then you drink. It was very good. The spring water was very nice. It was definitely very cold, but it was very nice. Tasting very beautiful and all that. Now, that's why you see the spring water coming from the bottle, they're expensive. Then the water which is treated. Because treated water is what it comes from the, all this,
Some plant. and
Some
all
plant,
purification
all the
happens.
purification happens, all the sewage water goes, they purify and then they come. So it has lost its pran. It is, in the water also there is a what do you call jiva? It's a life thing. There is an experiment which was done by one Japanese scientist where he took the water and then he gave bad words to that water. He says, "What is you're ugly, you're stupid," all those things he said to that water. Okay, and then one water body was saying, "Oh, you're so nice," all those things, staying positive. So when he saw the crystal under the microscope, he saw that the crystals of these water where he was giving positive thoughts were very beautiful. And the crystals of these water where he was giving the bad word and shouting, they're like very deformed and all that. You can Google it, this thing. It's there. You can see this picture. It's such a thing. Therefore, it says that we should always speak nice words, positive words. I know it's difficult at times. Sometimes we are agitated, there is work pressure, so many things that we might, but these things should be remembered. We should always speak something nice words. If you don't have, then we should not speak.
Yeah.
But it is bad. It is for me. It is like speaking now. I'm telling myself, don't speak. I keep doing this repeatedly. I have to remind myself. So it's like that. So here he's saying he was thirsty. He was fatigued and tired. So let us read this verse, verse number 40. Parishrantendriyatmaham Tratparito bubukshitah Sattva pitparide nadya Upasprasto gata shamaha. Want to read, madam? Akshay? Hare Krishna. Thank you. So here it is like when we are tired and come from outside, we are very tired. What do? Take bath, and similarly you feel relaxed. We feel like, now I'm feeling good. This is what it is.
At least you get a good sleep.
Yeah, that's why it is recommended before you hit your bed, take bath. Then you will sleep well. And take quick bath and then sleep well. That gives you nice sleep. Because body gets relaxed. All the heat in the body it goes away and then makes you put down to sleep very easily. I was reading one, somebody sent me one picture and he says there is one person who died in Iran. And he was considered to be the world's dirtiest person. Okay? These people want to make all kind of stupid things in this world. World's dirtiest person. He did not bathe. He did not touch water to his body for 60 years.
Yeah, bro, I think I saw it. That person. I mean, not any TV somewhere.
I mean, I was like, just imagine, 60 years he did not bathe, no water touching his body. He's drinking, but he's not touching his body. Unbelievable. But this is what it says. The water which rejuvenates your body, people don't want to do it in Kali Yuga. Look at this degradation which happened. Today we are seeing one example. There could be many like that. It's very difficult. Look at these homeless people. When we go and distribute prasadam, we see they have nothing. Their body is stinking, but they have what to do. They have no water, no home, no. Sometimes they don't get into shelter home, so they cannot bathe. They cannot take bath. And we feel very sorry about that. We can't do much. So we should feel happy and thankful and show our gratitude to Krishna that he has given us such good life, that we have home, we can take shower whenever we want, we have hot, cold water, all these things coming. What we need to do is little bhajan. Krishna has given everything to us. What we need is to do some bhajan. We have to just become a little sincere. That's what it is. Sincerity means what? Doing what is prescribed in the scripture every day, little by little. Nobody is telling us to chant 192 rounds. That is not nobody's. Prabhupada is saying chant 16 rounds. Follow the 4 regular principles. That's all Prabhupada is saying. Read my books. That's it. What else is Prabhupada saying? But despite all this comfort that we have, we are still working hard to acquire more comfort in our life. And that's what is taking away us from Krishna, because we are not able to do more bhajan. And we are all doing the mundane activities. It is required to a certain extent, but too much parishram is not helpful. Too much parishram, too much effort is not helping. I was talking to one person, and his friend is doing double job. So one in the morning in the Eastern time zone, second job is taken in the PST time zone. So now he's spending like morning 7 o'clock till midnight, like 10 o'clock he's working. Yeah, double job, 2 income. I mean, what's the point? Why do you want this much? And then his wife is also working. I mean, what will you do? I was one devotee I met, you might know his name. He had come here once in our program. Jagdish Hari Prabhu, he's a doctor. So then they have got very beautiful deities at home. It's like a Vrindavan. All deities, 2.5 feet tall deities. It's like a Vrindavan temple. So you have Radha Krishna, we have Krishna Balram, and Gaurnita. All this 6 deities, very big. No. It is Jagdish Hari Prabhu, lives here in Suwani. He's a beautiful, they worship very nicely. So he was telling me that in their community, there is one family, South Indian family, and they took vacation. Both husband and wife worked very hard. They put, the son is like acing in everything, A grade, what do you call that? AP course. All this thing is doing, like everybody's like too much passionate about working. They went on a vacation. They took like 10 days off. Can they come back in 3 days?
Right.
Yeah, that's a good. That's a question everybody has. Right? You take vacation and come back in 3 days. Why? We couldn't survive without working. They came back because they said there's too much peace. I mean, too much peace is also a problem. No, this much shanti I cannot tolerate. No, this, and they went back and they started working in the office.
The people who were working with them, they'll say, oh my God.
Yeah, why they have done? Is it workaholic?
That's crazy.
I had a boss, which is like a very workaholic. I used to tell him Bhagavad Gita Gyan and all that. He never listened to me. He was drinking, smoking, everything is happening. I used to keep sharing Bhagavad Gita to him. And whenever he goes for a smoke, I will go with him and I will share these thoughts with him. And then, but he did not listen. And he says, Jay, I'm like a daily wage worker, I have to make sure that I earn my bread every day. That means I have to work very hard. Tomorrow I don't know what will happen. That is his thinking. So which is fine that you have to work like that, but doesn't mean that you keep working so much. I said you already had your bread. Now you're asking for pizza, pasta, and that's why you are working more. No? You had your bread. Now you are adding more recipe. That's why you're working more. He said no, no, not like that. And then what happened recently? Not recently means few years ago. Within office, he got a heart attack. He was rushed to hospital, and then he realized. Then he gave me a phone call. Yeah, what you were telling was right. And he himself demoted himself in a company. He says, I want to go one level lower, so I will get lots less pay. He actually went down one level lower. And then again came back to that after a few years. But I mean, this is what happened. He got realization that this what he's doing is not good. But again, he's back to same. Once he's healthy, he's doing the same activity. So this is the problem in this life. Everybody is working so hard, getting exhausted, and not understanding what to do. In Japan, there is a disease called Karoshi or something. That is what people are dying of overworking. At workplace, they die. Yeah, and it become a big problem in Japan. This is in 1970s, 80s kind of thing. Not recent.
Still, I think there are like 12 hours, 14 hours in office is common in Japan.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much. I mean, people are dying on the job.
Yeah, and it's still considered like sleeping on the job is good thing.
I mean, that
We
is
think that not a good thing, but they think
Yeah.
consider a good thing.
this is what it is. So it is never like that. We should not live like that. It's not good. Now that we have understood that what his life is used for, it should be used for self-realization. Who I am. I am the part and parcel of Krishna, and I want to go back to Krishna. That should be realization. So here Prabhupada is saying a traveling mendicant can meet the needs of the body, namely thirst and hunger, by the gifts of nature without being beggar at the doors of houses. Basic thing. We can get water, fruits, we get it. So no need to become a beggar. The mendicant therefore does not go to the house of a householder to beg, but to enlighten him spiritually. So when the sadhu comes in our home, he's not coming for money and eating some prasadam. No, no, no. If you have that thought, oh, he has come to collect some money, then it's a very, very, very fallen thought. It's a very cheap. You should not think like that. He is coming to whom? Purify. Purify the people who are going to meet him. He'll bless them. Okay, you have invited me. Great. May you get bhakti. That's what it is. They don't expect anything. We think we'll give some dakshina, $100, and we'll become happy. $200. Oh, I gave him like this much. No, he has not come for that. If he is coming to bring us to Krishna consciousness by giving $1 million also, we will not be able to pay back that ashirvad that day. Because this bhakti is very rare. We cannot get the Krishna bhakti. It is not, we should not take this very cheaply. It's very, very rare, very rare. Then what happened? After that, he meditated upon the Supreme Soul. He is thinking about Krishna, meditating. Whatever those, see, he's implementing. Whatever was told to him by all the Bhaktivedantis who came there and then he served his mother and he served them. Whatever they told, Narad Muni is implementing. How many of us are able to implement what Prabhupada is telling us every day? We listen to lecture, we read. I'm telling myself. But we are not able to do it for some reason. I'm not able to do it. Let us read the next verse. Verse number 15. Tasmin Niramanuje Pippalopasta Ashritaha Atmanatma Atmanatmanam Atmastham Yatha Shrutam Achinkyam.
Translation. After that, under the shadow of a banyan tree in an uninhabited forest, I began to meditate upon the super soul situated within. using my intelligence as I had learned from liberated souls.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So here, the banyan tree is mentioned. Now specific things are there. The banyan tree is considered to be very sacred. Very sacred. So therefore, when we see banyan tree, we can bow down, worship. Rupa Goswami tells in his scripture that banyan tree is good. We should sit under and meditate. We should worship. That's why in India there is a what is a
Kabir word.
what a Savitri Vrat.
What is
They go around what and that they string and then right,
Mhm.
something like that. In India, they still do it. This worshipping of all the plants and animals and all that. See, India has got worshipping whatever is there in worship, they do it knowingly, unknowingly. Many of them just do it. Like I remember when I was a child, whenever a train will pass through river, I'd ask, give me money, you put it in the river, coin in the river,
Yeah.
because we consider that as a mother. So we are offering something, just like that. We see a cow, we want to offer some grass and all that. We see a bird, we want to feed them. Like, in Mumbai, you go, they're
Oh,
spreading those,
so many.
the chana and jawar and all that, they are spreading, give. So like that, you feed. But this is how we worship. That's how the ecosystem is there. They don't have to stay hungry. We are able to take care of that. So similarly, it is mentioned that banyan tree also is worshipped, in India. Here I have not seen any tree, banyan tree, but in India definitely there are many, and they worship it very nicely. So let's see the purport. One should not meditate according to one's personal whims. Whatever I think, I will chant. No. What we should do? One should know perfectly well from the authoritative sources of scriptures through the transparent medium of a bona fide spiritual master and by proper use of one's trained intelligence for meditating upon the super soul dwelling within every living being. This consciousness is firmly developed by a devotee who has rendered loving service unto the Lord by carrying out the orders of the spiritual master. And the last line we see there, Sri Naradji contacted bona fide spiritual master, served them sincerely and got enlightenment rightly. Thus he began to meditate. See, this is what happens when we see a sadhu, when we meet a devotee, senior devotee, and get some instruction. We should simply just meditate upon and implement those things. That's what it is. So,
So
This
who
is-
was his bona fide spiritual master?
no, when he was a son of a maid servant, the spiritual master of the Bhakti Vedanta is whom he served.
Okay.
When they came in the Chaturma, they stayed there. For 4 months, he was serving them. Right? He was eating the remnants and serving them. They were listening to the classes. All these things were happening. So that is what he's talking about. Verse number 16. Because of this, what happened?
Krishna appeared.
Krishna appeared. Such a picture. Okay, let's see what this is beautiful verse. Dhyayata charanambojam pavanirjita chetasa autakantha kantyasru kalakasya Hriday asin me shane hari. Yes, Vijay Mata.
From the lotus feet of the personality of Godhead, with my mind transformed in transcendental love, tears rolled down my eyes. And without delay, the personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna appeared on the lotus of my heart.
Hare Krishna. So here, the word is used bhava, right? So Prabhupada says in a purport, the word bhav is significant here. The bhav stage is attained after one has transcendental affection for the Lord. The first initial stage is called Shraddha, right? We just Shraddha, Sadhu-sang, Bhajan Kriya, like that we go to this bhava and then prema. So Narad Muni is already at the bhav stage in this age, which is very difficult to attain. We are trying, but we are not able to reach. But Karmini is only there. The third stage is to practice disciple. So here the 9 stages are described and how we can go from Shraddha to Sadhusan to Bhajana Kriya. Then what is that? Next, Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivritti, Nishtha, Asakti, Ruchi, Bhava, Prema, like that 9. So this is how it happens. So Krishna appeared, in his heart. And there is one word which is used. See, this word is there, Sane. Sane means gradually. So what happened? First, the Lord appeared in the heart. Then in the 3 functions of the mind, like nose, ear, and eyes, so that I could experience the fragrance of his body, the sound of his ankle bells, and the beauty of his face. This all was seen by Narad Muni. When you see this, what happens? You get goosebumps suddenly. Oh, wow. Isn't it? That's a fascination he's getting. But when he's like fully absorbed into meditating of Krishna, and then suddenly Krishna appears in his heart. Many times these bogus gurus, they say, oh, I got darshan of Krishna and he told me that go and preach. That many bogus gurus are there. Every religion has got bogus gurus. There are bogus pastors and preachers. There are bogus mullahs and there are bogus, sadhus. Everywhere there are bogus people because it's a Kali Yuga. You will find these cheaters in a different garb, disguise themselves as a preacher, but they are actually cheater. They are not preacher. But by doing beautiful sadhana, by nishtha that we have, that I want to see Krishna, and then we do this bhajan with no other motive. That Krishna will come. Krishna, okay, make me the world richest man. Then Krishna will not come. He says, go to other places and then come. Only if you want to come to me, then I will give you that. Ananya Bhakti. Nothing else. So that's what he is getting. Such an amazing thing. Okay, let's go to the next verse. 17. So what happened? Because he saw Krishna, what happened? Bodily limbs got enlivened. They got like, lively. They got tired. Absorbed in an ocean of ecstasy. He got ecstasy. Wow. Sometimes we hear even nice kirtan, we become so feel good, isn't it? We feel, it's so good. Now we think of this. If you want to hear this 24 hours and be with Krishna, it will be such an amazing thing. But still we are not able to go there. And then I'm not able to get that enjoyment. Somehow there is a problem. Something is not connected about. Okay, next verse number 17. Premati bhara nirabhinna pulakango thinibrita ananda sampalave lino
Ananda Samplavedino
napasyam upabhayam mune.
Napasham Mune.
Yes, Kavish, you want to read translation?
Yes.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So this is like, when he saw, he got exceedingly happy. Something that we are trying to find and suddenly we find out how excited we, oh, I found it. Then we see our loved ones, they've gone to India for a few weeks and months, and then suddenly they come back, we feel so happy. And then especially child and mother, if they're separated, they see mother, oh, I have been eating my father food and I couldn't bear. Mommy, please make some nice food for me. That is in that, when they're leaving, I know I am experiencing that. My Malika lives in, on campus, and when she comes on weekend, now she, Mommy, please make this, now I want to eat this hot food. I'm tired of. So that's an ecstasy. The mother never tires, she yes, I'll make it, all this thing. So that is a ecstasy at a worldly level, but still there's an ecstasy. There's a lot of love. So when we meet God, when we see it, how much ecstasy will be there? Supreme Father, when we meet face to face, such an amazing thing. So this is how his ecstasy is feeling. So here, I think there is one particular thing which is mentioned. Let me just see. I was really purport. I just missed out where it was. Yes, in the next purport. Okay. So yeah, let's read the next verse. Verse number 18. So now, as the verse of 18, what is happening after giving brief darshan? Lord disappeared. And now Narmani was, where is he? Where is he? Where is Krishna? Suddenly he's saying, where is he gone? Like that. He's perturbed. So what happened? Let's read this verse. This is also very beautiful verse. He said, Rupam Bhagavato Yattan Manakantam Suchapaham Apashyan Sahasotaste Vaikalyavad Durmana Iva.
So I think this is a copy paste problem. 17 has been copied here.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. So, yes, Mata, you have English? Yeah, can you please translate?
The transcendental form of the Lord, as it is, satisfies the mind's desire and at once erases all mental inconducities. Upon losing that form, I suddenly got up, being perturbed as is usual when one loses that which is desirable.
So here Prabhupada makes one very important point, okay, that we should understand. First line of the purport. Prabhupada says that the Lord is not formless. He is experienced by Dharma. Many times he says, oh, Nirankar. Lord is Nirankar, Nirakar. He doesn't have any Akar. But Narmani says, no. He is having proper body shape, everything is there. So this is experience. Many times people go after, no, Lord has no form. He takes form, but then again he becomes formless. What is this? Right? But they give all this theory. My theory is like that. He's like a Brahman. He's a Brahma Jyoti. And then we get also merged into Brahma Jyoti. No, it is not like that. Lord is a form. Lord is all the body limbs that we have, but it's a spiritual body. Ours is a material body. His body is spiritual. So that's what Prabhupada is making one brilliant point, that the Lord is not formless as is experienced by Narada, but his form is completely different from all forms of our material experience. All form that we see, it is much different than that. It is not like us. For the whole duration of our life, we go see different forms in the material world, but none of them is just apt to satisfy the mind, nor can any one of them vanish all perturbance of the mind. So we go and see so many things. We go to Gibbs Garden to see a lot of flowers. And then we go to Niagara Falls to see some beautiful waterfall. We go to Great Canyon, and then we go to wherever we go. We want to see different things because 31st night we go to that Callaway Garden. There's a beautiful lighting happening, but mind is not satisfied. After going to, if you go to Statue of Liberty and go on the top and see everything and come back, are you happy? Are we happy? No. We want to go somewhere else. Oh, when is the next vacation? Let's go to Great Canyon. I want to see that. We are always thinking to see different things, but they are not satisfying. We are not getting happiness. We all try to be happy by seeing that. But are we becoming happy? Just think about it. It gives temporary happiness, yes. Oh, I saw it. I took selfie and all those things. You can tell when few people say, "Oh, very good, very good. You go there and there." I have been trying, but I am not able to go. You feel very happy. Oh, I have able to go there. He is not able to go. But this is all, yeah, but this is all at material level. Nothing satisfies. He says nothing will satisfy the mind. Prabhupada is making a very important point for all of us to ponder upon. These are the special features of the transcendental form of the Lord, and one who has once seen that form is not satisfied with anything else. No form in the material world can any longer satisfy the seer. One who has seen the Krishna, nothing can satisfy.
Next page.
Nothing. That the Lord is formless, is impersonal, means that he has nothing like a material form and is not like any material person, material personality. As spiritual being, having eternal relation with the transcendental form of the Lord, we are life after life searching after that form of the Lord, and we are not satisfied by any other form of material appeasement. Narad Muni got a glimpse of this, but having not seen it, again he became perturbed and stood up all of a sudden to search it out. What we desired life after life was obtained by Narad Muni, and losing sight of him again was certainly a great shock for him. We try life after life to become Das of Krishna, and we are not getting it. Narad Muni got it, and as soon as he lost it, what happened? I lost it. In material world, we have something, we lose it, we become, where is my phone? If you don't find a phone, then that day is like, where is my phone? Where is my phone? Where is my phone? That's the thought process. Today's most treasured, what is the treasure that everybody has? Phone. If something gets lost, that's what the phone should be there. And when we came to US, one Mata is telling my Jai Shri Radhe, he's saying that, Mataji, what you need is, you need phone and a car and a credit card. That's it. But you can go anywhere you like. But learn the car, you learn the car fast, then you will be free. And what is freedom? There is not freedom. Just because you have a car, you have mobile, and you have a card, credit card, that's your freedom. What is their freedom? That's not a freedom. It's going to create more bondage. But this is how people give guidance. And if you take that, then your life will be completely upside down. So we should be careful whom we listen. So obviously Narad Muni was not happy. He was dissatisfied because Krishna came and went. So can you give me an example from Shastra where Krishna came and went and the devotees became unhappy?
Haridas Thakur. Not Haridas Thakur.
Haridas Thakur.
Haridas. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, Haridas Thakur, right? Then Krishna, he was singing bhajan, and then Krishna was there, and then Krishna was leaving. Krishna was playing hide and seek with him. Then he said, like, you can. I'm an old blind person. You cannot.
No, that you're talking to Bilomangal Thakur.
Bilomangal Thakur, right?
Yeah, Bilomangal Thakur. But what is other? There is another very, very beautiful thing. Yes, ma? No, not Prabhupada. I'm talking about Shastra. From the Shastra. No, Krishna left. No, it's not that. Krishna is there, suddenly disappears, then he comes back. So he's there. Where do we see in the Shastra? He is coming in Gopi Git.
Oh.
When Krishna is having Ras Leela with all the gopis, and he's dancing with every gopi. So gopi gets a pride for a moment. Krishna is only with me. And Krishna comes to know because Krishna doesn't accept even a little bit of pride. And he immediately
Disappears.
And gopi said, "Oh, where is Krishna? Where is Shyam Sundar? Where did he go?" They were shocked. And they're all running. And oh, he went this way. They're all running. And Krishna took Chaturbush form. And when Radharani came, he was standing in a Chaturbush form. But as soon as he saw Radharani, the two hands melted. And all the gopis who followed Radharani, they were able to see Krishna again. But all who went ahead of Radharani, they couldn't see Krishna.
That was Leela, but this is not Leela, right?
Which Leela?
No, that was a Leela, Krishna's Leela, right?
Yeah, Krishna Leela to tell them that I will not accept pride.
Oh,
That's Leela that Krishna has done because he doesn't accept it. Krishna, through them, is teaching all of us, all the devotees, that if you have a little bit of pride, out. You know, when we have this, what is the singer competitions and all that, right? What do you call idol, all these things.
Indian Idol.
Indian Idol, American Idol, you know, they have to perform something. They start singing, they suddenly say, out. I mean, you are not even saying Sare, Gama, what can you do? Like immediately they, you know, in this material world, they immediately knock you out. The Krishna also, if you are not doing proper bhakti with all this, then out. You can get everything else, but not pure bhakti. Not pure bhakti. Pure bhakti will not get. Not possible. So, 19, verse number 19. Last verse for the day. Didrakshus tat aham bhuyah pranidaya manoridhi vikshamanopi napashyam avitrukta ivaturah. Yes. You want to read, Beta? Akshay? 19. Hare Krishna. Thank you. So he saw it, then he was trying to see again. Oh, I want to see, but he couldn't get back the form. So he was much aggrieved. He was very dissatisfied because he couldn't see Krishna again. So here, this purport has got some very specific points. So let us read that. There is no mechanical process to see the form of the Lord. What is the mechanical process? In this world, there are mechanical processes. You want to get a degree, go to college, do this,
4 years or so.
and
There is
you get a degree. Mechanical
standard
process.
operating procedure. You
Everything
follow.
is same. In our company, you want to do this, okay. You want to make iPhone, process. All mechanical process. You get brilliant product out of that, but it's all mechanical. Means predictable. You can, if you do this, you will get this result. Correct?
Desired outcome.
Correct. But it's completed here. There is no mechanical process to see the form of the Lord. Means you cannot see mechanical. Means if you are chanting, but if you are not thinking, if you are doing all the mundane activity, you know, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Ah, Prabhu, bolo na, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Now that's not going to help us. This chanting is not going to help, right? So we have to be attentive. The process must be done. The love has to come. If you are not able to do with love, right now we are all at the level of sadhaka, where we are trying to go to that level. So we should keep trying till we go there. A student doesn't say, oh, I have to study so much, so why should I study now? Let me go to college direct, but that is just not possible. You have to go through that process. So same thing for all of us. We need to practice, and we will go there once. So have faith in the process and go there. But Prabhupada is saying, there is no mechanical form or a process to see God. What is he saying? It completely depends on the causeless mercy of the Lord. Krishna can give causeless mercy. Yes, okay, please come. Immediately.
It's like somebody played Bhakti for a years, and
Yes.
I think I remember the name Ajamal just do once and
Yeah, he just chanted name Ajamil, chanted Narayan, he was taken back. Right? Similarly, there are so many examples. Kubja, who was in Mathura, he was having a hunchback,
yeah.
very ugly form and all that. He gave the nice perfume to Krishna. Krishna was pleased. Immediately she was formed into very beautiful Apsara kind of a body. Immediately, if Krishna was, Krishna can do it. Sudama came. Within seconds, Sudama Puri was built, which was even better than Vaikuntha, even better than Indraprastha. That is how it is. So Krishna can do things like in a moment. He will think and think will manifest. We think and then we will work so much to obtain it. Nothing is guaranteed. So that's what it is. So here Prabhupada says that we cannot see. We cannot demand the Lord to be present before our vision, just as we cannot demand the sun to rise whenever we like. Krishna, please come. I'm chanting. Why are you not coming? Krishna will not come. Sun, please come. Wake up. I have to wake up. I have to start for airport at 2:30. So I need light. Please come. No, I'm coming at 7 o'clock.
But at least that is predictable.
That is predictable. But
The-
here,
The mercy of Krishna is
it is not predictable. You cannot. But yes, it is predictable in a way that if you are dependent, fully you are dependent on Krishna, Krishna will come. Gajendra Moksha, Draupadi, all they got instant because they fully surrender to Krishna. If we completely surrender helplessly to Krishna, then Krishna will save us. Like the child, helplessly, cries for mommy. My mother will be there. Mother knows from the crying is helpless child crying or a normal cry, just to get some attention. Then mother will not go for normal cry. He said, no, not this is not like you're doing drama. So I will not come. Let him cry. Sometimes say, no, let him cry. And the parents other will say, Mate, no, he's just doing drama, let him cry. And then he'll calm down. And it's a fact. That's how it is. But mother knows where is a genuine cry, and then mother will go. Same thing with Krishna. When we have a genuine affection for Krishna, then Krishna will appear. Otherwise, Krishna will not come. Further, he says, Prabhupada, the sun rises out of his own accord. So also the Lord is pleased to be present out of his causeless mercy. One should simply await the opportune moment and go on discharging his prescribed duty in devotional service of the Lord. This is what we just discussed, that we should keep doing our process, chanting, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Archanam, Vandanam, Sakhyam, Atmanivedam. All this should continue to happen. No matter we are seeing Krishna now or not, it doesn't matter. The process must be done. Process must be done. This is important. If we break this process, then there is a problem. Narad Muni thought that the Lord could be seen again by the same mechanical process, which was successful in the first attempt. But in spite of his utmost endeavor, he could not make the second attempt successful. It's very clear. First time Krishna came to inspire him. Okay, please do this. And then he got inspiration. But now Krishna will not come. Krishna will not come again. So, the Lord is completely independent of all obligations. He can simply be bound by the tie of unalloyed devotion. This is a very powerful thing. He is completely independent, but he can be tied with what? With love of affection. Love and affection, if we worship Krishna, Krishna will bound. What is the example? Where is bound by love?
Gopi.
Damodar Leela. Where mother is trying, and he says, he's not able to try. Then he says, okay, let me. You are putting so much effort. Okay, mommy, please try me. So there is a beautiful bhajan, written by Bilwa Mangal Thakur, because we took name of Bilwa Mangal Thakur. Chaura Ashtakam. Very, very beautiful. So we'll read one line. See, this is what it is. Chinasi Goram Yamapasha Bandham. Chinasi Goram Yamapasha Bandham. Vinasi Vivam Bhavapasha Bandham. Chinasi Sarvasya Samasta Bandham. Naivatmano Bhakta Krutam Tu Bandham. Yes, Robert, can you please read?
You cut the terrible noose of Yamaraj, you sever the dreadful noose of material existence, and you slash everyone's material bondage. But you are unable to cut the knot fastened by your own loving devotees. Hare
Yeah,
Krishna.
this is so powerful. Krishna can cut knots of any sinful person in a moment. In a moment. Ajamil was doing all the sinful activity. At the end of his life, Yamraj, Yamduta came to take him. But he just shouted his son's name, Narayan, not even Krishna's name. He's not calling Krishna. He had Nama Bhas. He's not chanting Shuddha Nam. He just had Nama Bhas. He said Narayan. And Yamduta were taken away. And who came? Vishnu came. Immediately, Vishnu came. Krishna said, oh, somebody's calling me, go there. He said, no, he's calling his son. No, but he's taken my name, please go. Last week we talked about study of this, Kishori story. Remember? Same thing. Radharani says, Kishori, Hare is taking my name. No, he's not calling you, he's calling his wife. No, but he's from my name, please bring him. This is how the mercy comes. Whatever path you have done, immediately they can be taken away. That's a power. But Krishna cannot free himself if a devotee binds him. Therefore, if you go to Makhe Bihari temple, Makhe Bihari temple, if you go to Vrindavan, they always keep curtain, closing the curtain. You cannot see like this for few minutes. It's not. Why? Because they think that if you keep it open, devotee might see, and then Krishna will fall in love with them, and Krishna can start walking with them. Krishna. Yeah, that's the belief they have. Because Krishna does that. We see this story of Kheer Chor Gopinath, I think. Kheer Chor Gopinath, right? What is that? Where he keeps walking with the devotee. Kheer Chor only, right? Yeah, Kheer Chor Gopinath. Where he walks behind the devotee. Sakshi Gopal. The Sakshi Gopal story. Where deity leaves from the temple and start walking with the devotee. We'll talk about that story next class. But today we'll sing this beautiful bhajan. So we can just pull up this bhajan. I would say, because this is very, very I will send the link. So it's there in the group. So you all can just use your phone to see this very beautiful bhajan by Sri Bilwa Mangal Thakur. You all have got it?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. So we'll sing this bhajan. Very, very beautiful bhajan. Okay. Praje prasidam navamita choram gopangananam chadukula choram. Praje prasidam navamita choram gopangananam chadukula choram. Choram Chauraganyam Purusham Tamari Chauraganyam Purusham Tamari Sriradhikaya Jayasya Choram Navapura Shamara Kanti Choram Shiradhikaya Jayasya Choram Navapura Shamara Kanti Choram Padashitaram Choram Chauraganyam Purusham Namati Choram Chauraganyam Purusham सनीकृत्य पादस्थितं यः करोति विष्णुपतिगेहविदीनम् अग्निजनीकृत्य पादस्थितं यः करोति विष्णुपतिगेहविदीनम् कनप्यहो चौरक्रीड्र दुष्टश्रुतो वान भजे प्रसीदं घोरं भजे प्रसीदं घोरं Sai Gaur Granth Srimad Bhagavatam गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। हरे हरे। Thank you very much, devotees. Thank you.
Thank you. Very good. Yeah.
महाप्रसादे गोविंदे
Prasade Govinde.
नमो ब्राह्मणे वैष्णवे